Hey, welcome to worshiptutorials.com. We have a new preset for you, Fractal, AXFX3, and FM3 users out there. This one is based on their PLEXI 1987x amp model. You heard it there in the beginning, that little song that I put together using various types of guitars. In this section, I just want to walk through kind of what you get for both AXFX3 and FM3 and show you a little bit more of the sound. So I'm going to use this Telecaster for the purposes of this little demo. So we have AX Edit 3 and FM3 Edit up here. So you can see what we've got. The AXFX3 patch, because AXFX3 just has a lot more going on as far as DSP. We have a lot more in this one, but they're very similar, and the core tone between the two is exactly the same. So start with the compressor. The AXFX3 has this pitch block, which is going to give you multiple variations of like a POG type sound, and then shimmer as well. So in a lot of these different blocks, we use all four channels for both AXFX3 and FM3. Then you've got a tremolo block in the AXFX3 patch. You heard that tremolo in the intro thing that I did. AXFX3 version then has two drive blocks. So you've got sort of a stage 1 drive, which is going to have the main drive in there that I like to use as the king of tone, but there's a Timmy in there as well. And then I have a block here called drive 2. I call it drive 2 plus. It's got a tube screamer type drive in it. And then it has some bigger overdrives as well in the other channels if you want to check those out. Volume block down here to the amp block and the cab block using the Fractal 70s greenback. Let me just look here. Yeah, the Brit 70s greenback IRs in this. Then there's an EQ block, and then there's chorus, so you get 4 different flavors of chorus in here to bring the 80s back. Thank you. The AXFX3 has 3 different delay options. So you've got sort of your 8th note and quarter note delays here in front. I'm using a lo-fi tape algorithm for this one. I really like the way that sounds more than the stereo tape that we use a lot in these presets. And then there's a dotted 8th note delays, 4 different variations here. And then your big stereo delays, again, 4 different variations. You've got 3 different, basically, reverb blocks in the AXFX patch. Like a hall type of or a plate type of a reverb. Then you've got the bigger cloud type reverbs. And then I use the Plex delay block in the AXFX patch. And that gives you, I use the Plex verb in there, which sounds really cool. Now jumping over to the FM3 patch, like I said, it's very similar in many ways. So you've got the input, the compressor is the same. Using in the FM3, if you haven't updated your FM3 with firmware 2.0, you should do it because you got new compressor algorithms in that update, and we're using the JFET compressor in both of these presets, which is an 1176 style compressor. So if you're familiar with the iconic 1176 compressor, is very good, but like the pedal version of that, the pedal world would be like the Cali 76. So this is Fractal's version of that. Just 1 drive block in the FM3, but we're using all 4 channels to get different stages of drive. There's the king of tone. Let's just look at it here. The king of tone, the 808, so tube screamer, and then the Sir Riot, and then an FET boost is another sort of low gain type of a drive. Volume block, amp block, cab block, all the same. EQ is the same as the AXFX. We use the chorus in this one. And we use the chorus because each of these presets have a scene called Danger Zone. I'll demonstrate it here in a bit. And then there's 1 delay block and 1 reverb block in the FM3 preset. And so the delay block is going to give you a quarter note delay, a dotted 8th note delay, in another channel. The 3rd channel is like a stereo dual delay, and then there's like the 4th channel is a bigger delay for swells. Reverb works much the same way, a plate reverb in channel 1, and then you've got bigger ambient type of reverbs in the other channels. But for ambient reverb in the FM3, I like to use this Plex verb block. I find that, and it's the one that I just turn on and off for ambient reverb, and I think it sounds really good. Sometimes I feel like it sounds better than their cloud verb algorithms that we use a lot in the XFX3 patch. So as you can see, both presets very full featured as far as what you get with them. Looking at the scenes are almost identical in both. You've got clean, drive, drive plus, which is the same in both presets, and then P&W lead, which is like a big ambient lead type scene. Ambient clean, that's the same in both. Really the only difference is the XFX3 patch has a scene called trim clean. It uses tremolo. The FM3 preset does not have that because you can't get the tremolo in there. There's not enough DSP given its current configuration. So I have an 80s clean preset just using the chorus. And then there is a scene called Danger Zone, which if you're familiar with the Kenny Loggins classic, Highway to the Danger Zone, it's kind of like my interpretation of that sound. It's drive with chorus. It's the 80s. That's what it is. And then swells. So I'm going to play sort of back and forth. First the XFX3, then the FM3. And I can switch with what I'm going into. They sound like this. This is the clean scene. So as you could hear there when I switched between XFX3 and FM3, basically they're identical. Especially with firmware 2.0, Fractal has leveled up the FM3's amp modeling, so they're at the same level. I do think the drives, as of right now, the filming of this video, the drive algorithms in XFX3 are slightly different than in FM3. Same with pitch, but I don't have the pitch block in the FM3 anyway. But they'll probably get that up to parity with XFX3 soon as well. Let's just kind of walk through the different scenes. So we're going to go to drive on both of these. I'll go XFX3, then FM3. So there you heard XFX3 is a little bit more clarity than FM3, and I think that's because of the new drive algorithms. I'm using the same type of drive in both of those, King of Tone, and they're at the same settings as well. Let's go drive plus. In the drive plus scene, we use a control switch, and this is in both presets. There's a control switch that will bump the gain on the amp up, so you're going to get the King of Tone with the amp gained up for the drive plus scene. Okay, like I said before, the P&W lead scene is like a big lead thing with a lot of reverb and delay. You can probably hear it humming in the background. That's how you know something good is coming. XFX3 and then FM3 sounds like this. So I'll play the ambient clean scenes for you in both. Here you're going to hear the difference between the XFX3 using the cloud reverb algorithms and then the FM3 using the Plex verb algorithms. Again, XFX3 first and then FM3. So like I said, sometimes I feel like that Plex verb is sounds a little bit nicer than the cloud verb that we've got dialed in. Of course, the Plex verb is available in the XFX3 preset in that Plex delay block if you want to use it. It's the same exact settings. All right, so I'll play this Danger Zone scene for you a little bit. You can hear it's ready to go as well. I got the studio monitors right here. That's what you're hearing. So I'll play Danger Zone. It sounds like this. And then finally, both of these presets give you ambient swells as well. Sounds like this. Both presets, AXFX3 and FM3, come basically ready to plug and play with Fractal's foot controllers. For AXFX3, we've included some like custom programming for the FC12. So if you use layout 7 and 8, we've called them WT scenes and WT effects. It's laid out the way I think that works really well for live use. You can swap between your scenes and your effects and preset up and down and tap tempo and everything. For FM3, we've sort of optimized it for the OMG9 layout, which is available from Fractal. With the FM3, we also include a separate preset that's just called effects, and that preset has like all of the additional effects blocks from the AXFX3 preset. So, you know, if pitch is a really important thing for you, it includes the pitch block that you get from the AXFX3 version. Same like for that tremolo or for those extra delays and stuff, you get all of that in that separate effects folder, so you can just copy those blocks and paste them into the FM3 preset to sort of make it fit your playing style and what you need from it best. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more. We're going to have a lot more AXFX3 and FM3 presets coming in the future, including a lot more song-based presets, especially for FM3. We've got a bunch for AXFX3, but we're going to catch up with the FM3 library soon. Thanks again.